I used to work in web as a front-end developer. And when I got into game dev, naturally I chose JavaScript as my language. But I ran into issues pretty quickly. As soon as I had like 100 entities being created and destroyed, I started getting frame dips. And that's when I learned about object pooling, a technique to reuse objects instead of letting the garbage collector clean them up. It worked, but I realized something. I was doing manual memory management to trick the garbage collector. So that's when I decided to learn C and OpenGL. At the time, I was praised by coworkers as a great programmer. They were wrong. After almost a decade of front end, I still didn't know a thing about programming. There's this idea in software development that software is the platform. You write JavaScript, then you think in JavaScript abstractions. You write C sharp, you think in C sharp. There's no hardware, there's no cache, there's no data layout, there's no performance. There's just syntax and abstractions floating in the ether. And because of that, people treat 10,000 objects as if they're the same as individual freeform units, like singletons or something. They call methods on each one as they iterate. They make engineering decisions based entirely on what looks nice syntactically. This is a real thing that happens. Meanwhile, in meetings, we're debating whether functions should be declared as like a const variable and assigned to that, or whether we should use the function keyword. Like meetings about syntax, while nobody's thinking about whether any of it actually works. And the usual argument is business software doesn't need to be fast. Web pages take time to load anyway, so we don't have to make them fast. But we all know that's not true. Like, why would companies like Meta spend billions of dollars and years of time to replace their tech if the performance didn't matter? So what actually matters? Where can we get started? 3 things. First, plain old data. So not classes with methods and hidden behavior, just containers, like structs that hold data. And something else controls their lifetime. So they don't destroy themselves, they don't create themselves, they're just bits of data. And second, that goes with this, is data locality. So if you allocate 10,000 things scattered across the heap, your CPU can't prefetch them efficiently. You get cache misses, which slows down your program massively. But if they're in an array and contiguous in memory, the prefetcher can actually help you. I think most CPUs these days can prefetch at least 4 arrays at once. So if you access 4 different arrays, it's going to prefetch all of them into the cache. And so that's why things like ECS are so fast. I'm not saying you should build an ECS, I'm just saying that's why. And the third is access patterns. So having data together is only good if you access the data together. But if you have a linear array of items, but you still access them randomly, like you access the one at the end and then one in the middle and then one at the start, well, it's still going to be slow because the prefetcher is going to be getting different chunks of that array, assuming it's a long array, or a large array, I should say. And so random jumps are still going to be slow. So hardware works in a specific way. Your CPU prefetches data predictably, your memory has a structure that you can rely on, your cache has particular limits, and if you think software is the platform, you don't think about any of that, you just ignore it. But if you think hardware is the platform, as it is and always has been, then suddenly you can make some actual engineering decisions. And I spent years thinking I was a good programmer as a front-end web developer, but I was just good at gluing together like React and, Angular components and whatever. Once I understood how much I didn't know, and I started thinking about memory, data layout, and how the hardware actually works, I realized that the syntax really doesn't matter. I mean, it matters a tiny bit where, as humans, we like aesthetics, but in terms of an engineering decision, it doesn't make any difference to the computer what the syntax is, right? So really what we should be trying to do is understand the real constraints that we're operating under. And until you do that, you're not really programming, you're just coding, which I think is a different thing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.